Hello everyone. Today I would like to share with you a tip about the UTM tracking that you can use in Facebook and Instagram ads in order to find out what your traffic has done when they have arrived to your website. So already from the platforms, if you, for example, you're doing a campaign and you are using different channels for advertising, you will be able to see how many people go to the website, to your landing page, and then what they did in the website will be easier to see if you use the UTM tracking, because like that you can find specifically the traffic from that particular channel within your analytics. But not only that, you can also find out about the different audiences that perhaps you have been testing in that channel, about the different creative that you have been using, so you can have a much better idea of what worked, and also compare the different channels between them, because you are using it in analytics. So basically, the UTM tracking is something that you add at the end of your URL, saying what source and what medium, what campaign, what content, etc. you are using in order to, hold on, sorry a second. Okay, now. In order to, to be able to see the traffic within your website through analytics. So, you will see not only how many people go to your website, but also all the information that analytics can provide, about like the demographics of your audience, or who converted, what was your conversion rate in each one of the different channels. And this is something, obviously analytics already has a section for, like the traffic that was, how do you say, acquisition of the traffic. So you can already see that from analytics, but sometimes analytics, particularly if it's not traffic coming from Google Ads, if it's coming from social media, and you want to distinguish particularly the traffic that you're paying for, it's better, in order to make sure that it's in the right place, it's better to add the UTM tracking. So, sorry for such a long explanation. I'm going to share my screen now so I can show you what I mean. Okay, so this is a Facebook campaign that it was actually showing in both Facebook and Instagram. And basically here we are at the ad level. Okay, this is the campaign level, ad set level, and this is the ad level. We are in the editor, and this is what I was talking about. This is the UTM tracking. So right now it's super easy, because before you had to use this URL builder and add there all the parameters and the URL, and then you have to copy the URL that was sort of the result of adding that UTM tracking, and you would then have to come here and add it here. But now it's so much easier. Basically, you just click in create a URL parameter, and here there is the landing page that I was using for this campaign. And here you have the source, the medium, and the name of the campaign. Then you also have the content. So in this case, I have used for the source dynamic parameter, so that it automatically says, because I'm using the same ads for both Facebook and Instagram, it's better to use a dynamic parameter for the source, because I want to distinguish between the two of them from analytics. So the only way to do that is to say, okay, so just change my source depending on whether the source is Facebook or it's Instagram. Then the medium, I just typed it, it's paid, and then the name of the campaign was Learn Digital, and then the content, this is something that I could have added. Basically, if I want to test different ads, how here I have 3 ads in this ad set and 2 ads in this other ad set. So I could, for example, say I want to use my ad name, because through my ad name, I will already identify what ad are we talking about. So I'm going to use a dynamic parameter. So these ones are fixed. These ones are not going to move, but these two, the first and the last, are going to move. This is basically just a notification of the fact that it will be taking the name of my ad. So This one will change depending on whether it's Facebook or Instagram that my traffic is coming from. And this one will change depending on the ad that my users clicked on. So once I have added my parameters, I click apply. And it will show up here. So first, you will see this all blank. It will be empty. And then once you have, it will be like this. And then once you have included all the information from this link, so here, you know that my account is all in Spanish, but this is create a URL parameter. Once you click here and you add all the information, then this will be all filled in, okay? So once I have done this, then what happens, like where do I find my traffic? Very easy. So once the campaign is over or during the campaign when I'm doing my reports, I come to analytics, I will go to acquisition. This is the part of analytics where you can see where the traffic is coming from, you know, like the traffic acquisition. So where is the people coming from? And if you go to channels, then you can see here, well, the first thing you will see, sorry, is this, the default channel grouping. You will see these ones. This is like sort of like the default. And then if I look for source and medium, probably I can already identify my traffic from Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, you can see how this is Facebook page, and then I should have Instagram page. So the dynamic parameter of the source is identifying Facebook as FB, and identifying Instagram as IG. And these would be the traffic that is coming from one and the traffic that is coming from the other one. Clearly, Facebook would be the winner in this case. And then if I want to know more, well, I don't think there is much more I can know because I didn't actually add the dynamic parameter for the ad. But basically, I could go here, and if I had included that parameter, you know, the content one, I could add content, and then here it's not going to show, it's going to say not set. But if I had added that last parameter that I included, you know, the UTM content equal ad name, here I would have the list of my ad names of the ads that I tested, okay? So that's how it works. Basically, you go to acquisition, you go to channels. From here, you will first arrive to the default channel grouping. And then from here, you can go to source, medium, other. In other, you can look for content, add content. So basically, this is where you will find the different parameters that you have used in order to identify your traffic. Another day, I might also explain how to create a filter. Let me know if this would be interesting for you, how to create a filter using the segments so that you can see everything that analytics can offer you, but filtering already your traffic based on these parameters so that you would be segmenting, for example, only the traffic that came from your Facebook campaign, you know, like from last month. And then once you create a segment up here, then all the information that you see in analytics will be only based on that traffic. So it's very helpful in order to be able to move around, to see the conversions, you know, to go down here, go to behavior, to conversions, see what pages they visited, how much time they spent, you know, like how many of them converted, and everything that they did, focusing only in that segment. So this is something that I use a lot, and if you find that useful, let me know, and I will do another video of that. Bye-bye.